How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another co-cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 7. This is your broadcaster Farron, and today's matchup is going to be another 2 versus 2. Kind of similar to what I did my live cast of that you did see. I believe it was on Sunday, but this time it is going to be a failure to load, so we're gonna have to balk this whole thing. Oh, it's doing good. Okay, there he goes. Oh, it's loading.
Yep.
Never mind. Forget about that. Y'all will just, see that we did that. But anyway, joining me, as you just heard a second ago, is going to be once again Veliamar. Veliamar, say hello.
Hi, once again.
Once again, hello. Thank you for joining, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yeah. Weird load, yeah. I think that's what happens when people alt tab out. When it's loading, it doesn't load for a while, and it just
weird.
Zips up.
Yeah.
Were you
Hopefully
on
he
desk?
didn't load this game.
Hopefully he's not on the desk. Hopefully he's sitting in front of the desk. But anyway, so spawning in the northwest, it is going to be Gimli himself as the Isengard, the white Isengard. Unfortunately, we won't see him activate Slayer today. And his ally to the northeast, it is going to be MQS as the lime green Elves. And who do we have in the south over here?
We have Men of the West, and that will be Revolution. As on the right side here, we have blue Goblins, and that will be Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Gosh, I think I'm watching FIFA now. Ronaldo makes it. Oh, look at that. Oh, God. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go announcer on you. There we go,
It's
back
all
to it. Over here, you do have on the east and the west sides of the map, you have signal fires. It looks like the one on the east, it's like they might have used the green dragon model for it on the bottom there.
That's rather cool, to be honest. I like that design.
Yeah, I was concerned it might have been a signal fire / outpost / inn. It would have been like, that's a little bit overpowered to have.
Yeah.
Just don't let your opponent have that and you won't be in any trouble. There are some whites in the corners though.
Yeah. Might have to be careful with some farms there in case they ever get too close to the whites.
You're so white. You do have, it looks like Gimli has gone for an Uruk pit start. Nothing too unconventional there. You have MQS going for his barracks start. I think his farm went up a little bit later than his barracks though, the third one.
Yeah.
Looks like Ronaldo's got a goblin cave. He's got his 2 farms, getting the second goblin cave up. And as you can see, I think it must have been a fast Rax from Revolution because he's already got his units halfway across the map.
I think it's just like how fast the buildings kind of construct themselves as goblins, because they can construct themselves with tunnels and a cave pretty fast.
Excuse me, Revolutionist. My bad, I got the names wrong.
It's alright.
The RE. His name is...
I've noticed that these players haven't opted for cavalry just yet. Perhaps we'll see it from goblins, but maybe more so for spiderlings rather than cavalry. Soon, right now at least.
Yeah, as you do have Ronaldo going with that spider pit. He's getting some spiderlings, so it's going to be some good fast harass. Needs to be careful though, as these archers will be able to take him out quite fast. And actually, MQS is going to be creeping that white in the back immediately with some archers there.
Yeah. It's just good for him. He'll take the creep, and then hopefully that'll help him expand faster.
Do have Gimli trying to defend against Revolutionist here. Does have those cave bats as his power, and Ronaldo himself has not chosen the 5 power point, as he's really not been touched at all. Still engaging with MQS in the middle here, I think, a little bit. And you have Revolution with a rally call, and you have MQS with a rally call himself.
I like how Goblins is using their tunnel system to put a tunnel right in the middle of the men player's base, right here on the bottom left. And in case that they ever try to double the bottom left player, he'll be prepared to use that tunnel to extract all of their units from inside in order to help defend.
Ooh. There's a builder kill over there for Revolutionist. I have to remember the name. Just snagged one of Gimli's builders there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And yes, do like that. I do think he might have taken up some valuable farm space there. So, I mean, if I were to place the tunnel there, I'd place it next to my opponent's or my allies' farms, so that way I'm not taking up the resources from him.
Yeah. If anything at all, I'd place it behind the fort as well.
Yeah, you don't want your opponent to be able to easily knock that down. You want them to have to work for it.
Yeah.
But MQS still be the only person to creep his white over here. Ooh, that is
Gimli has
weird.
a large force over here on the left side, looking quite intimidating and heading for the main player's base.
Oh, he has 4 battalions. As Urukai, does he have a rally call soon? I don't think he's that close to power points. No, he only has 1 power point, so he won't get that, as MQS has already used his rally call as well. So he won't be able to be super buffed, but at least in whole ground stance he will be able to outstand these soldiers of Gondor.
And here we have the first cavalry out on the battlefield, right in the Goblin player's base, hoping to get some tramples in, but he'll have to be careful of the spiderlings, otherwise it'll be devastating for the cav.
Gonna be a good pickup of those Goblin Archers. The Goblin Archers are a good addition to the Goblin hordes when facing an opponent who does have swords of the caliber of the Lorien Archers or the Soldiers of Gondor. And
players fighting on the battlefield, each team trying to pick off the other. So far it's looking okay for the Isengard and also looking okay for Elves as well.
I don't see a huge problem on the western side. Gimli and Revolutionist seem to be holding their own ground, but it looks like Ronaldo might have lost a lot there as he managed to camp out the base with those archers and melt all the goblins coming out.
Ooh, that's going to be unfortunate. The cav here is going to help.
Oh, and there you go. That's that cavalry support. Gonna be tipping the advantage back into Gimli's favor there.
Yeah.
The statue there, though, they're going to be providing that leadership buff, going to help them survive. Even the archers, I think, were surviving that.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll use this time to heal up his troops and gather an even more defensive force, while Isengard tries to find some farms on the outskirts of his base.
You do have our Gimli expanding quite rapidly with all of his furnaces here. MQS, I think, is expanding a little bit too here, so the northern team gonna have that equal advantage early on. And it looks like Gimli is gonna find one of these farms and immediately get it down to half health before it can be deleted, so he will get that experience and the power points from it.
After the battlefield has ended its fighting, I feel like these players the top team is looking at it at a bit of a eco advantage, as well as having like a superior army as well in terms of like transitioning to later game. But I feel like Men of the West could be opting for range right now if they decided to. It would really help them out, I feel. Especially Goblins, they're taking up to half trolls or even something more, possibly. Who knows?
It could be with that fissure, although I feel like a good choice against all these archers would be able to go for a cave troll and get that tree and just do all that splash damage.
Yeah.
Looking at Gimli,
Even
though,
the trolls have can just help turn the tide.
yes, the troll's fear does get very annoying sometimes. It can be very helpful. It looks like Gimli, though, I don't know what he was doing there. He walked right up by the farm next to the barracks over here in the base of Revolutionist, and then he walked right past it to another farm, and I feel like it would have been a better pick off to get the hub farm over here instead of going for an outlying farm, as he had no resistance in the area.
Men will have to retreat their troops on the left side in order to make way for even more troops to come along and help the fight over here. Good thing that Isengard is retreating at the same time, but he'll have to prepare for an even larger force soon.
MQS now helping out his ally in a good way. He's going to be putting a well over here, especially to help with this level 2 crossbow battalion. He's got the banner carrier there. And I don't know, are we going to be able to hear any of those really rare banner carrier quotes? I don't remember if the Isengard one has different voice lines. I feel like it doesn't. I know there's one that doesn't have different voice lines for the banner carriers. We do have alerts, however, on the field, and it looks like Ronaldo is going to get that half troll start there. Going to try and counter those cavalry with the pikes that do not do revenge damage.
The caviar has just been too devastating for the Goblins here. I'm not sure if the Goblins can make sure to bring out another force of Goblins without the threat of the cavalry being there and the half trolls surviving at the same time.
And I really feel like Ronaldo, what really put him down there is he went for his spider bit 4-second goblin cave, and he wasn't able to keep the spam. He hasn't gotten a third goblin cave up. He's not able to keep the spam to a large enough size that the cavalry can't mop it up.
Yeah, and I feel like Revolution here, I think on the bottom left, yeah. And I feel like he should be helping out his ally against the Elves, even though the Isengard is on the outskirts of his base. He can leave a couple of units to scout and keep an eye on the Isengard army if ever it starts to push. I feel like they should be working together as a team.
Yeah, there should be more teamwork there. Good teamwork by Ronaldo by getting the tunnel over there, but he hasn't really had the time or really needed to pop units out there to help. Yeah. But Revolution is going to get his Boromir almost to level 2 there. You take out the white, but leave the lair. I'm not sure why he did that. Potentially he's scared about the forces coming into his base. But now the Isengard force is going to come in and spot this lair and try and get it. Lurt's on the field as well. He's going to be almost level 2.
Let's hope that Revolution is a bit wary about Lurtz and keeping an eye on Lurtz's level in case he ever gets people shot.
Ooh, Boromir has that Horn of Gondor, but he's not throwing it down yet. Lurtz is up to level 3. He is getting a lot of experience with all these archers here, and he's going to go to level 4 very soon. That Horn of Gondor needs to go down, and it does, thankfully. So Lurtz will stop leveling as fast with that horn down.
And the white at the same time is attacking the Isengard on the back as well. A nice pin for men.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a big pickup. They're going to be able to pin all these troops in the back corner here with the white dealing damage in the backside and the force in the front. All the stun here. I feel like Gimli might lose his whole army here. He might have overextended.
Yeah, unfortunately that the Elven player has been successful at killing the goblins off slowly but surely.
Yeah, as he's lost both his spider pit and his 2 goblin caves in the front, and he's losing another a tunnel here. He's got some production up.
Boromir has been pinged down. Let's hope he doesn't die too soon against the pikes or even Lurtz.
Lurtz hasn't used his carnage though, so he's definitely going to go in there. I feel like without heal, does Gimli have that heal? He does not, and Lurtz is going to, or Boromir is going to go down quite fast.
Damn,
he has the power points for it though.
Yeah.
He's calling the GG as he's seeing that his opponent, his opponent's ally has overwhelmed his enemy there.
Yeah, the Elven player has just been too fierce against the goblins here. And Ronaldo left the game, unfortunately, leaving Revolution by himself.
And he has to tend to the base of Revolutionist, or Ronaldo, that is now going to delete it out as Ronaldo leaving Revolution there. Spelled the end for Revolution. Revolutionist did have, I feel like, a chance to maybe come back, but with all the losses to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo calling it quits after losing all that stuff, he's not going to be able to give his ally time to take advantage of that pickup by his opponent, against his opponent there.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was just, I feel like for the bottom team, there was just not a lot of good teamwork with each other, because if they had even sent like a couple archers over to each other's side, maybe they would have turned the tide a little faster and perhaps be able to get more teched up troops and elite troops faster.
Yeah, I really feel like that if Boromir had gone over to the right-hand side, that would have been a big tide turner, as he would have been able to stun that army before it could really... It's something that cavalry just would have been a huge advantage and could have turned that battle over there.
Yeah, Goblins had the right idea of putting a tunnel in his allies' base, but unfortunately he was the one that got attacked much more fiercely than Isengard attacked the Revolution. And at this point, it was like, I feel like men could have done a lot better in terms of teamwork and helping each other out in order to help each other kind of gradually get more into the mid game and perhaps the late game as well.
So yeah, I really do feel like that was a big thing. As you could clearly see, that northern team got themselves teched up fast. I don't think Gimli really went for a huge tech advantage, but MQS teching up quite fast, especially to that the upgrades. He got the upgrades insanely fast on his cavalry there, and they were able to really withstand those tower guards. Or excuse me, not the tower guards, the half trolls.
Yeah, that was just well played by both teams, but have done a little better on teamwork. That's all.
And that's one thing you do see in these 2v2s over the 1v1s. 1v1s is really about how well you can play the game, but 2v2s are about not just that, but also you got to really work as a team. You got to communicate, and you got to know when your ally needs help and when you can leave your ally to let them have their own fights. As consider if the Goblin player had sent his troops over to the western side to help out Revolutionist early on, when there was kind of a stalemate there. If he'd sent his troops over there, he would have been completely crippled much earlier than he was already. So pick and choose your battles, finding out when you want to help your ally and when you think they can hold their own.
Yeah, well, in any case, I feel like it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I do feel like it wasn't very long, but it doesn't need to be a long game to be a good game. You just need to see a lot of good teamwork in one side or the other, and a lot of good skill plays there.
Yeah.
But
All
anyway,
right, well, yeah.
Thank you, Veliamar, once again for joining me. I really appreciate that.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Well, of course, it's my pleasure. I do want to once again plug your Twitch channel. I actually saw that you did go live today, and I was like, well, great. I'm at work. This is fantastic. I feel so bad. Feels bad, man. But anyway, so if you do want to, you can go to his Twitch at twitch.tv/Veliam, Veliam, and follow him there. He did live stream today. I'm not sure what he live streamed. I'll probably tune into that tomorrow, as my family is terrible at wrapping gifts early, so we'll probably be starting Christmas at like 2 p.m.
Yeah, same.
But anyway, I do thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Veliamar, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.